Hey guys, it's Dan. I hope you all are doing good. As long as this video turns out well, I'm actually hoping to upload two videos this week. If not, it may make it out a little bit later. I don't really know. I'm trying my best, but we'll see kind of what happens. Okay, now that it's daytime again, let's get back to redoing my farm because definitely not getting enough wheat as I want because I want to have that cow pen loaded up and just done so I can get my books so I can enchant. Definitely not so I can read. I am not a reader. Probably should have made this bigger, but that's whatever. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about today with you guys is that you need to have those deep conversations with your friends, guys. And it's so important whether you think it is or not. And what kind of sparked this idea in my head is for a video topic is I recently just went out and grabbed a beer with a buddy of mine. He was in the neighborhood and he's like, "Hey man, what are you doing? Let's go get a beer." And I was kind of just like, "All right, yeah, you know what? Been a little bit since I've gone and done that. Sure, why not?" All right, Satan, it's time for you to leave this plane of existence. Did that not hit him? You bastard. We'll do it the old-fashioned way then. That was much easier than I anticipated, but okay. Back to the story, though. He ended up coming over, and we just loaded up in the car and went to go grab a beer over at just the pub right next to my apartment, basically. And I don't know why we didn't just walk. It's literally like a block away, but I think it was cold that day. Anyways, that's irrelevant. But we got to the bar, we had our first beer, and it was just casual conversation and things like that. Like, hey, how's everything been? How are you liking the new job? How's everything at the old job? Because this is actually, I met him at one of my previous jobs, so that's how we actually got to know each other in the first place. And just, having that normal conversation. Then about the time he got to beer two, as he hadn't eaten anything all day, it was starting to kind of just get to him a little bit, and he had some stuff on his mind, and it was time to go ahead and start talking about it. He's got some bigger life events getting ready to happen, and he hasn't really said much about it up until now, and that's just kind of when everything came out. But after beer two, that's kind of when everything started coming out, and he just kind of started filling me in on his situation and stuff like that, and asking for some advice and kind of things that I thought. And it made me realize I haven't had one of these like deep conversations with a friend of mine in quite some time. Actually, it was kind of strange because I was like, wait, I haven't done this in a while. I don't really. Oh my goodness, I didn't know this was all going on. And I think that's something that we need to change as like especially guys in general is we need to focus on having those deep conversations and seeing what's going on with the boys. And ladies, I don't know too much about how your guys' conversations and stuff go, so I can't speak on that, whether you guys share all this information or not. But for the boys, unless you're in like the bar with just the two of you or three of you or around a campfire, especially campfires, oh my goodness, that is when everything gets unpacked. But I think we need to just start checking in on our friends a little bit more and having those deep conversations and just seeing how everybody's doing. I think that we forget a lot that some people may be kind of having a hard time, and this relates to my last video about you're going to have bad days, which I also did forget to put a part in there, or a couple parts in there, where I found out my car needs like several $1,000s worth of repairs, and I, in fact, do not have several $1,000s of repairs money, and it's stuff that I can't do myself. So that was fun, as well as I came home from lunch one day, and it was in the middle of that just terrible week come home. I was like, all right, I just want to sit down on the bed and take a load off while I was at lunch. And as I sat down, my bed frame just exploded. It completely toppled over and dumped me on the floor and whatnot. So it was just a nightmare of a week. Anyways, like I was saying, it's just been a long time since I've had one of those conversations with one of my friends. I know that that's partly my fault, probably just because with how busy I've been, I haven't really had the chance to get out there and just kind of see my friends because I just have so much that is going on that keeps me from being able to get out and catch up, which I'm really hoping for over the summer, that I get to have more of an opportunity to catch up with some of my friends and whatnot. But I know it's definitely going to be kind of hard because most of my friends are going to be just out either in different countries or different states for the summer, with work and things like that. So definitely going to miss a lot of them and miss having those conversations. But when the opportunity shows up, don't shy away from having those conversations with your friends. Take the time and sit down with them and listen to them. Even though you may not know the right thing to say, that's totally fine. But just be more willing to lend an ear with them. And I know in the past I've definitely walked some of my friends back off of the ledge that they were kind of just dangling on, which I was super grateful, and I had no idea at the time, just by having that conversation with them and listening to what they have going on and just trying to be there for them. You never know what is bothering someone and what they might be thinking about doing. So take some time and have those deep conversations with them, especially if it's somebody that you're not going to be seeing for a while or somebody that you know is just having a hard time. Just be that friend that can sit there and listen to what they have going on and offer her at least an ear. I mean, we're not all just mystics that can solve everyone's problems, which is okay. But sometimes that's just what people need, is just that friend or homie to lean on and listen to what they have going on, you know? I don't know why I came back down here. It was just the brain rot was like, hey, go back and strip mine. You don't really know what else to do because you're waiting on the farm to do farm things. You know, honestly, I don't really know how I'm going to pivot from here and how this video is going. To me, it almost feels kind of ranty, which it wasn't supposed to be, but we'll decide in editing if this is going to get posted or not. So if you guys are seeing this, I deemed it good enough to post, so I guess that's good. But yeah, just take that time, listen to your friends, and if you haven't seen them for a while and you're kind of like me, it is hard. You're always the person that you're like, all right, if nobody's going to reach out to me, I'm not going to reach out to them. You need to fix that. Start reaching out to them, check up on them, see how they're doing, and just do everything you can to be there for them. I'm going to slaughter all these cows so that the farm ones can live a little bit longer so that I can breed them more and then slaughter them and all of their children. Anyways, you guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. I don't really know what else I have left to say here, but I hope you guys did enjoy, and it makes you just think of that one friend that you just kind of want to hop out and have a conversation with, that person that you haven't caught up with in a while, and just see how they're doing, because that may change somebody's life forever. But yeah, you guys, on that note, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you didn't catch the last one that I uploaded earlier this week or last week, I don't know what I'm doing yet. Go check it out. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, you guys, my name is Dan, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.